let's talk about the road infrastructure in this country. It is one that is needed to enhance the sector, which is critical to the national development agenda. If you look at roads, everything that you do, I mean, we describe some places as food basket, but the roads leading to those places are just shambolic, to say the least. And you need to take a critical look at them. You need to approach them from a different perspective. Who else can we have this discussion with than someone who has been at that particular ministry before, someone whose constituency is where you find a very, very rural constituency, but they've done some fantastic roads when he was in that particular ministry. Adjei Mensah is the MP for Wasa East constituency and ranking member on the Committee on Roads and Transport. Honorable, in Kamakadot them. Aha.
So, it's a good talk on the
and now you know, into you're not fi actually the Abba Brofo Kese, what's the Encabrofo. So, I mean, the past government touted itself as one that has had constructed a lot of roads. But what really is our challenge? That still people complain about bad roads.
Thank you so very much. You want to give me the opportunity to, first of all, congratulate the president for a good work done. Ghanaians have seen what he did before, and of course, they had to give him an opportunity to come in again. And he showed his gratitude. If you saw his presentation, he's a man of vision, he's so humble, and that sort of thing. So I think that having the opportunity to come here, I want to congratulate him and the first family.
Okay.
And congratulate all ourselves, Ghanaians, everybody. You saw what the heads of state that came to the ground there, they all showered blessings on Ghana for making that decision to bring that man back again to reset Ghana. So President Mama, this Adjei Mensah, your former Deputy Minister for Roads, would want to thank you and congratulate you for your new position. You know, it's in Fanti, you call it Abebio.
Yes.
So it's not what hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
And of course, my party, the party leadership, the party NDC, the entire leadership, I want to thank them and also congratulate them for this big fight and victory. And down to the region, the party leadership, and of course my constituency. And I wouldn't want to leave my big man, the Supremo, Honorable Totobi Kwachi, not the big ones in there. I'm here this morning to talk about roads. And I want to take this opportunity, my chiefs and everybody, just to say thank you and a very good morning to all of them. So then back to your question.
Yeah.
I've always had the opportunity and the pain of trying to explain to Ghanaians that the information that is being churned out, that is being sent to Ghanaians, is quite misleading. It has never been true. Why am I saying this? We have in the records. Where do you get the records? You go to the various respective budget statements. The records are out there. You know, every year we present budgets because you need money to do A, B, C, D. So you report back. These are the areas that you can have the budget statement. And in there, the records do not show that the Akufo-Addo's regime had performed or indeed had built more roads than all of us.
Really?
Of course, yes. If you talk about roads, President Rawlings stands tall. He has close to 19,000 kilometers of road construction, validated, certified, and indeed that is something that you can show and you can see. And you got all these statements, all these details in the various budget statement. Now the second one is the performance of President Akufo during his tenure. He performed about close to 14,000 kilometers of roads for feeder, urban, and rural roads. Then the third group, or the third bit, is the former, the late President Mills, and he, together with President Mahama, performed 15,508 kilometers of roads for feeder, urban, and rural. So you could see that the first one that stands tall is President Rawlings, followed by then President Mills' regime with President Mahama. Now, Nana Akufo-Addo, as at the time that he's exiting, or he exited, because that was yesterday, finally, you know, he's out of the game. The records available in his favor show that he had performed 6,977 kilometers of roads.
6,000?
6,000 for the 2 terms. 6,977 kilometers of roads for feeder, urban, and rural. You can get all these records from the budget statement. That is incontrovertible, that is clear, and nobody can change that. 6,977 kilometers. I've already been talking about it consistently. As at September 2024, we will get the final details of everything in the first quarter of 2025.
But they released a statement, the Ministry of Roads and Highways released a statement of work that they've done between 2017 and even 2022, that if you look at 2022, they did for trunk roads 14,948, feeder roads 50,775, urban road 28,480,000 kilometers. I mean,
so,
and this more than what you've put together.
You talk about roads,
yeah,
you are talking about verifiable network. Roads that can give you a minimum lifespan of 5 years. You don't talk about grade roads. When you grade roads, it rains, you go back again, the road is gone bad again. So in defining road construction, you are talking about bituminized roads, asphalt overlay, concrete roads, even spot improvement road, that is gravel road, spot improvement. For spot improvement, you realize that you do the drains and the gutters and everything, and you ram them with the laterite, are waiting for the time that you use the bitumen on them. It has also got some reasonable lifespan, a minimum of 2-3 years, because you are waiting for the bitumen to be applied, where that longevity will be in there. But gravel roads, if you grade roads, you can create the network, all right, but you haven't constructed that road in the sense that we are talking about a road that can live or that can last for a reasonable period of minimum of 5 years. And so what is the chant in? Are roads, including graded roads. But ironically, when we went into the books, the transition committee, went in there, and I was fortunate to chair the roads and highways, bit with Professor Joshua Alabi. So we had calls to request for information.
Okay.
And they couldn't provide that information. And that is what we've always been talking about. The need for verifiable information is that you need to conduct the road condition mix survey. That is the whole world over. Because you just cannot say I've constructed roads. How can you prove? And so the road condition mix survey had never been done since 2017. And so we asked them, bring the details. And
so you're saying that the numbers they quoted here aren't true?
They are not verifiable. They are projections and non-validated. Because the engineers there aren't able to validate them. You can validate those details with the survey, the road condition mix survey. What is the road condition mix survey? The road condition mix survey is that what that forms the database is that which is there for planning purposes and so on. They are verifiable. They are something that it is a database that you can go there and say we have an inventorized data. If you talk about inventorized network, it means that which has been investigated, validated, and certified. So as at the time that President Mahama was exiting office in 2016, President Mahama left a good track record of roads. So when we talk about road condition measures, we have that standard as well. We have standard of good, standard of fair, and standard of poor.
Okay.
That's the whole world over. That is the criteria for assessing roads and even performance. So as at the time that President Mahama was exiting roads, for the good side of the road was 41%.
Okay.
41% good and 33% fair. So if you talk about good, you are talking about the international roads, the asphalt overlay, the bituminous road of the international standard. You talk about the fair is that which have also lived for some time. There has been some pothole patching and many things. But if it's the poor, is that with all those bad things and so on. So as at the time that President Mahama was in office, 74% of our roads was motorable. So the motorability rate of that level was 74%, unprecedented. The records are there. They're verifiable. The engineers have certified that, and it's all over. So as we speak now, we haven't gotten any records standing in for Nana Akufo-Addo in terms of his road performance.
You mean at the transition level?
Yes,
you didn't get it.
I've always been challenging because the details are not there. They haven't conducted that road condition measure survey. That tells you, that gives you the details. So we met them, and they could not provide us with information. All we had was, we have contracted somebody to do that from University of Science and Technology. And in Parliament, I requested for that. Only for them to say, oh, it will soon come out. It will soon come out. So as we speak, there are no records that show. You know, the goodness of it is that when you come in full swing, we'll be able to tell Ghanaians that as far as we are concerned, the verifiable, the certified road network of Ghana is 78,402 kilometers. That was bequeathed this government by President Mahama. So we have time now because we have to go into the details to conduct that survey. So we tell Ghanaians, until then, what we have now are projections. The 34 and 24, please, they are projections. They have not been validated, and so on. So what we have in his place, in his favor, is where we can go into the budget statement, because for the budget statement, you need to come with a proof. You were given some money.
So what is the meaning of national distribution of road networks by regions? When they say that, what do they mean in terms of the road?
They're just telling you about the network in the country.
Okay. So if our total network is 94,203, what does that mean?
It means that they're telling that the data, the total road network size, is talking about the size.
Okay.
And they have to break it down to the urban roads, feeder roads, and highways, and possibly go into the regions and go districts and community.
So you said by the time you were leaving, it was 70-something thousand.
It was 78,000.
Okay. And this is 94,000.
This is not verifiable.
Okay.
It's not certified in their projections. That is the problem you have. You just cannot get to the Google. What you've done is you're Googling, and that's not verifiable.
What I'm using?
Yeah, what I'm saying, what the information they're churning out, just Google.
But this is from the roads and highways.
That's what I'm saying. It's not verifiable. They themselves said that it's a provisional details to be verified. And when we met them, and I say it here, and I need them to come and that is what I was telling Ghanaians previously, and it's been vindicated. So we need them to come and validate it, tell us that indeed the 94,000 they are talking about actually has been validated. It's not been validated. So what we can do is that when NDC gets the full swing, sitting down, making sure in power and making sure they take hold of everything, that search will be done. So we go into the details, we'll just get consultants and engineers to go down and make sure that they do the investigations with the standard indications and indicators to be able to verify, to be able to validate the Nana Akufo-Addo's extent of work. But you see, in Accra here, when you are in Accra here, you see the Pokwa interchange, you see some areas here, and recently Legon in that good shape. It's not the entirety of the road situation in Ghana. Ghana has 16 regions. So you need to make sure. You see, otherwise, everybody can say that I've done this, I've done that. Verify that. How can you say that President Rawlings, stands tall in terms of road construction? He has constructed close to 19,000. Because they are there. When you go to the records, it's there. Budget statement, they are all there. Why are you saying that President Akufo was able to construct close to 14,000? It is because of the fact that these details were verified and they are in the data. We call it inventorized data. President Mahama, as at the time he was at his office, he had constructed 8,118 kilometers of roads for feeder, for urban and rural. Why am I saying? Because you go to the inventorized data, you go to the budget statement, they are all there. And these engineers are people who come with the details and they give the Minister for Finance, who goes to Parliament every year to read the budget on behalf of the President. Okay.
So what's the strategy in terms of ongoing projects that are not completed? What does your government intend to do?
But everything is clear in our manifesto. NDC manifesto is very clear. So what we will do, no infrastructure, the infrastructure will be that we will have to review, we have to...
That means contractors have to leave site for some time.
Not necessarily. Let me explain here. We have projects, not only building projects, I'm talking about infrastructure projects and many more. You need to conduct an inventory to know whether what they are talking about is even there. Okay? Then that will be reviewed. But based upon the criticality and priority, you want to attend to them. Because all these roads, all these projects were, put in that shape with state money. So that what we are hearing is that they've consulted this, they've consulted that, and so on. Of course, you need to conduct an inventory to know what we have here, which will be validated properly. As we speak to you now, we have close to 110 billion of road commitment contracts that they've given out.
110 billion?
110 billion commitment. Yes, commitment. Okay. That the government, Akufo-Addo government, did contracted. So our total commitment. That does not include what has been paid. It is what has been signed, contract that has been given out.
That are yet to be paid.
that are yet to be worked on and paid for. So when you talk about total commitment, you are talking about the entire portfolio of roads that have been given out, contracted, signed, and so on. It doesn't include what is there to be paid. So about 110 billion Ghana cedis. In actual fact, you have about 88 billion with $1.1 billion component and about 177 million euro component. You bring them together, you're getting too close to the 109.1 billion Ghana cedis. That's total commitment. Okay. So then, apart from that, we have the desktop.
We need to be wrapping up. So.
Oh, wrapping up. Okay. So then we have the. It is worrying because you see, you get a government that comes in when we had just about 17 billion, commitment, and the whole world, was hearing that. Now they are exiting office when the total debt stock is the 109.1 billion Ghana cedis you're talking about. And the total commitment is the 110 billion Ghana cedis you're talking about. Can you imagine how are you even going to pay?
Debt. You said debt in the road sector is how much?
The debt is 100 and, let me give you clear here, 109.1 billion Ghana cedis.
That's for work done, but they are yet to pay.
Yeah, that's debt stock. Debt stock. You have to pay.
And then
the total commitment is 110 billion Ghana cedis.
Wow.
And so that is the nature of our state. But honestly speaking, we have a deplorable road network. Maintenance regime have collapsed. You know that virtually everywhere, the roads are bad. So we are having a government that is, as it has as the power, will set a bad, deplorable state, of our roads. And that is the equivalent task of the government to get it done. So I put it on record that an Akufo-Addo Bawumia regime was the worst performing, or worst in the government that, in terms of road performance, they have left us. And it's not true. And the records are there.
In the coming days, we'll get to know much more. Mr. Mensah, thank you for passing.
And because before I get out, we have this our manifesto. Whatever we do there is the policy in there. What we are intending to do is, as I told you, we conduct the inventory and just get to the criticality and the priority roads. And of course, maybe the next time when I come, I'll get more details to telling you what we are going to do in terms of our outer ring road that we do, the interregional roads that we dualize them and so on. It's all in our manifesto.
All right. So Mr. Adjei Mensah, thank you so much. He is the MP for Wasa East constituency of the Western region.
And the former Deputy Minister of Roads.
Of Roads, yes. Maybe incoming Deputy Minister, incoming Minister for Roads. Let's see how it goes. My name is Samuel.